everybody, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today we are reading a Todoroki X Listener Rain by Justice of Create on Wattpad. Let's get into the video. Quirk, float. The user is super light, letting them float in almost anything, including air. The drawback is that if they use it too much, it's hard for them to come back down. It's Friday, the last day of school for the week, and Class 1A was already buzzing with plans for the weekend. You all checked the weather app, and it said warm and sunny, perfect for a beach picnic. So you and your classmates planned it all out. Bakugo even said, and I quote, "Since you actually can't do anything right, I'll make sure we don't starve." You were pretty sure that he only agreed to go because the Baku squad made him. Momo had made a beautiful blanket big enough for the class, and Jiro agreed to play music for them to enjoy. Too bad weather people are liars. Oh, come on, Kaminari groaned. You and your class are standing in the doorway, watching the pouring rain that messed up your plans. The rest of your classmates seemed downhearted about the rain, but you didn't mind it that much. You ran back into your dorm room and pulled out a pair of rain boots and a yellow raincoat, quickly slipping them on. When you ran back through the common room, you saw the Deku squad and the Baku squad sitting together playing a game. Your best friend Ochako waved to you. "Hey Ryan-chan, we're playing Truth or Dare. Want to join?" she asked. "Sorry, I don't like that game much," you replied apologetically. She nodded in understanding before turning back to her friends. As you ran outside, you didn't notice Todoroki's eyes on you. You had talked to him before, and considered him a friend, but still didn't know much about him. As soon as you stepped out from under the covering, heavy rain poured down onto your head, drenching your hair. You shivered as cold water ran down your back, but you are determined to have fun today. Screw the rain. You're going to get the best out of today. After a few minutes, you adjusted to the cold and began to dance in the rain. You turned on some music too, just enjoying the moment. After a minute of this, you stopped to catch your breath, your eyes closed and head tilted back. Your eyes fluttered open when someone tapped your shoulder. Turning around, you saw Todoroki. He wasn't wearing a coat or proper shoes for the rain. "Hello, Ellen-san," he greeted you, same monotone voice as always. "Toto, what are you doing out here? You're gonna catch a cold," you asked worriedly, unintentionally levitating a few inches off the ground. His intense gray and blue eyes stared into yours. "I could say the same to you," he replied, not breaking eye contact. You put your hand on your hips and puffed out your cheeks slightly. "I put a coat and boots on. You did not," you snapped back, floating higher. Todoroki's eyes widened as you kept levitating. To him, it looked like you were about to float away, so he quickly grabbed your hand and brought you down next to him. Not letting go of your hand, you blushed as he started walking down to the dorms. Still with your hand captive, he pulled you the whole way, not saying a word to you. When you got inside, you realized that you two were the only ones there. Everyone else was in their own room. He led you to a corner of the room that had pillows stacked there. "God, what the hell?" you gasped as Todoroki pushed you into the pillows. He sat down across from you before speaking. "Ellen-san, you should worry more about your own health." A ghost of a smile graced his lips. "You always try to see the brighter side of things, don't you?" he asked, catching you off guard. I guess, you mumbled, looking away. Your hand rested on one of the pillows, giving you an idea. Your fist clenched around the soft fabric as you brought your hand upward, swinging the pillow at the dual-haired male. "Pillow fight!" you yelled, grinning. To your surprise, he grinned back. "Not so fast, Ellen-san," he replied, a smug smirk on his face as he blocked your pillow with his own. "We're in a battle now, Toto. You can drop the formalities," you smirked. Alright, Ryan-chan, prepare for no mercy. You were taken aback by his switch from his normal emotionless attitude. It was true that he had opened up some after the sports festival, but you had never seen him show this much emotion before. He was really getting into it, laughing and playing like he didn't have a care in the world. He pinned you down and tickled you, making your quirk activate and causing you to float just out of his reach. You felt special that he was opening up just for you. You floated higher, almost touching the ceiling. Hey, let's build a fort, you called down to him, your hands cupped around your mouth. He nodded, laughing. You descended back to earth, landing next to him. Both of you got to work on the fort, making sure that it was mostly stable. Todoroki got some chairs to build it higher so you could both fit inside. Hey Ryan, can you get some blankets from the storeroom? Todoroki asked, a warm smile on his face. You nodded breathlessly and ran to the closet that he was referring to. He watched you go with a smile on his face. Flashback. Todoroki observed the game of Truth or Dare from his seat in between Midoriya and Ida. He wasn't really paying attention until Mina said his name. He hummed, his attention now on her. She rolled her eyes before repeating herself. Todoroki, Truth or Dare? She asked, slightly irritated. Truth, Todo responded, taking the safe route. A mischievous glint shone in her dark eyes. Who's your crush? She asked, carefully watching his expression. His face stayed void of emotion until he asked, what's a crush? Mina, Ochako, Kaminari, and Sero face-palmed. You seriously don't know what a crush is, Bakugo scoffed. Todoroki shook his head, but noticed someone running down the stairs. Well, a crush is... Ochako cut herself off when she noticed that Todo wasn't listening anymore. His eyes were trained on a figure running to the door. Ochako smirked when she recognized you as you ran by. Hey Ryan-chan, we're playing Truth or Dare. Want to join? She called out. Sorry, I don't like that game much, you replied apologetically. She nodded in understanding before turning back to her friends, a grin plastered on her face. Todoroki's eyes were still on you. Todoroki, are you attracted to Ryan-chan? She asked, her smile widening. Like how I'm attracted to Deku, or how Kirishima is attracted to Mina? You mean like want to spend time with them and protect them? He replied, a faint blush on his face. Ochako, Mina, and Sue leaned forward, nodding. Then yes. Ochako and Mina squeaked in delight, while Sue let out a happy Kara. Go hang out with them then, Ochako cheered, as Mina pulled him out of his chair and pushed him toward the door. He nodded and walked out to follow you into the rain. Flashback end. You floated back to that half-built fort and draped the blankets on top, completing it. Todoroki smiled at you as you floated back down to him. You didn't realize how fast you were going until you crashed into the jewel-haired male. He wrapped his arms around you, gently guiding you to the fort. He lifted the blanket door so you could get inside, then came to sit beside you. You cuddled into him and he hugged you back. Hey, Todo, you were cut off. Shoto, he replied. What? Call me Shoto. Okay, Shoto-kun, you giggled, getting used to the sound of his name. Thanks for hanging out with me today. It was super fun. You're welcome, Ryan-chan. He smiled. You both spent the rest of the day cuddling in the fort, only getting out to grab books and snacks. Some of the girls tried to break in, but Shoto blocked the entrances with eyes. You had each other and were content with that. So that is the end of the fanfiction. I hope you all enjoyed. Also, for anyone who listens to this and lives in Texas, how are you guys doing? Are you guys okay? Because I know that is terrible over there right now. So, I hope that your power goes on soon. because it's honestly horrible what's happening over there right now. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!